Hello, beautiful being. Welcome, welcome. I am so grateful to be making this video. It almost didn't get made because I've been on the road, and also my thoughts have been very strong with one of my very dear loved ones who has needed my time and attention at this time. And she's going through some health issues, and so I wanted to be there for her, and that's very important to me. And I'm grateful that I took that time, but I also need to be here making this video with this full moon in Taurus. The energy is so strong. Lilith came to me a couple weeks ago, and I saw a whole ritual that I wanted to do, but she showed me that if I did it, it would be very, very powerful. And so I've been working on that for a couple of days, and it's just been extremely powerful and healing to me. And so I wanted to share this beautiful energy that I'm connecting with for this full moon in Taurus. So one thing that's really important about this particular moon phase is that everything that we have done, everything that we've been working on for the past, over the past moon cycle, for the past 28 to 30 days, it has led to this. It's like a culmination. It's like you're climbing up the mountain. And then at that full moon, you're at the top, you're at the summit. So you get to see the blossoming, you get to see the gift of the energy that you've been putting in, the time that you've been putting in. This is the time, the full moon is when you see the fruit of your labor. And so one thing that I want to make clear is that sometimes the fruit of your labor looks like this. It's like about this size. Sometimes it's like this. Either way, it's a gift. And it is a gift that you have given to yourself. So whether it's baby steps or giant leaps that you have made, please take time to have your Seven of Pentacles moment where you just sit back and you say, yeah, I'm good. So please take time at this full moon in Taurus to congratulate yourself and to say, you know, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful to myself for this effort that I put in when it wasn't easy, you know. So take some time to really take some deep breaths and look over what you've done. Reflect on the effort and the energy that you've put into your goals and your dreams and your aspirations, and enjoy that. Okay, be grateful to yourself. The other thing is that, you know, with this full moon in Taurus, it's about abundance. All right, we know that Taurian energy is, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is all about the sweetness of life. That's Lakshmi, that's Oshun, that's those things that make us feel good and help us to enjoy the life that we're living. And the spiritual community, sometimes we look down on that. We say, oh, well, there's more important things that need to be done. You know, abundance and prosperity. You know, if you get around to it, that's great. But what you really should be doing is living a life of expressing gratitude and working hard and you know, really giving of yourself. And that's important too. That's important too. But if we look at the Pataki, the story of Oshun, the Orisha, the divinity, and the Yoruba culture and tradition, the divinity of sweetness and sensuality and beauty and femininity. She came to earth, gave of herself, gave her goodness, her sweetness through her rivers, her fresh water, her beauty. This is her energy, her abundance, her prosperity, her magic. And even the other Orishas said, what good is she? What does she bring to us? Well, what Oshun does, which is what I found myself doing over my lifetime, is when somebody doesn't appreciate you, what do? You go. You go and you say, well, okay, that's all right. If you don't appreciate me, that's all right. You can do without me now. And that's exactly what she did. Her rivers dried up. Her fresh water dried up. There was no more beauty. There was no more sweetness in life. And finally, the other Orisha said, oh my God, Where is Oshun? We need her. I'm kind of generalizing. You can find it, the Pataki of Oshun, this particular story of her, but if you want more detail. But the bottom line is that she said, I'm out. If you don't appreciate me, I'm out. So it was only then that they appreciated the abundance, the sweetness, the luxury, and sometimes just the necessity of, do I have what I need? Are my needs met? Because that is prosperity, having your needs met. And so she had to give them a taste of what it felt like without her. And she removed herself. She stepped back and let them sense that. And then after that, they appreciated her again, right? So we cannot overlook the importance of having our needs met. That's something that within the spiritual community, I think that we do a little bit too much. It's like, let's go meditate when, you don't have you don't have the stability that you need. If you don't know where your next meal is coming from, are you really supposed to be meditating, or should you be out there finding a very real, grounded way? Because grounded energy is also spiritual. Finding a grounded way to make some money, to ensure your stability. And so that is something that has been on my mind lately. Just the sheer importance of making sure that your needs are met. We cannot overlook the importance of Taurian energy. And that's not all that there is to Taurus, okay? It's not just about abundance and prosperity and beauty. But let me tell you something. Within spirituality, it has become sort of taboo to want to be beautiful, to think about having beautiful things around you. For 17 years, I worked as a teacher. And so I had all the training, all the this and the that you need as a teacher. So one of the most important things that they teach you as an educator is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, so Abraham Maslow was a psychiatrist who studied the needs of children and those who are learning, students. And he developed the hierarchy of needs. Well, basically, that's just the chakras. He ripped off the chakras. I'm going to go ahead and say it. So when you look at, and I'll put a thing up so you can see it, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's basically just the chakras. But the reason why I love that they teach teachers this is it's showing you that if you have a child in your classroom and you want to teach him maybe how to do algebra, or you want to teach her how to do reading comprehension exercise, please don't think that they are going to care about that, or that they even should care about that if they didn't have a meal before school. If they are worried about returning to a home where there is abuse, or where there is no stability, or they don't have lights, they don't have electricity. We cannot expect for human beings to function on a level where they are prospering, truly, if they don't even have their basic needs met. That's the root chakra. That's prosperity. That's abundance, right? That's grounded energy. It's the real stuff that you need just to survive. The root chakra is about survival, and it's about feeling like you are in a place where you should be existing, and where you're then able to thrive as you move up those chakras. But this is something that's recognized now within education. So then in the spiritual world, we should also honor the fact that we need abundance. We need to be grounded. We need to be stable before we can go and meditate. Before we can truly manifest something, you have to know that you're safe. It's about survival. And then we move up to the point where we are able to actualize our dreams and our goals. And with each step up that ladder of the chakras, or of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we become a little bit more like expanded. then we're expanding our awareness and our consciousness. But at the very base, at the very heart of our existence is our need for stability and knowing that our needs are met. Having food, shelter. So give credence to that. If you feel like there's something within your abundance, your wealth, that you want to manifest, don't feel like that's not spiritual. Don't feel like that's crazy. That's the root chakra. That's the sacral chakra. We're on the scale. We're on the scale with our needs. Yes, we absolutely are. And I know even personally, working 17 years as a full-time teacher, I did not have the time and the capacity that I needed to dedicate to my spiritual journey. If I really wanted to go places, if I really wanted to get somewhere, because I needed to free up my time. I needed freedom. And once I did that, I was then able to think both on a deeper level and on a higher level. And so if that is something that you have been looking for in your life, where you have wanted to dedicate more of your time to your spiritual journey, know that there is power in attracting abundance, because that is going to give you the freedom that you desire in order to be able to have time to meditate and to really create, to intend and create. Okay, so I think sometimes Taurian energy and Libran energy, both in the spiritual community, sometimes people look at them as like, yeah, they're great, you know, and I'm talking about like the real woke people, right? No shade, but it's like, oh yeah, well, you know, I can go live in the forest and have all I need. Really? Because there's some things out there in the forest that could really mess you up. I don't know if that's really surviving. You know, your root chakra might not be so stable in the forest. Let's be real. A lot of people want to return to nature, and that's great. You know, we have the vans, you know, people living in vans and in little houses and things like that. But it's like, really think about what you need before you go and sign up for something that you may be jumping in just a little too deep all at once. It's okay to call upon Venus for your wealth, the wealth that you need, and for the support that you need for your root and sacral chakras, because they are here for a reason. They support us for a reason. And ultimately, their support within those lower chakras helps us to ascend to a much brighter place. It's all important. Our abundance matters. Yes, it does. Ashe. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, I know that, I spent some time in the hospital, not for myself, but for the loved one that I mentioned. And I don't usually watch the news, but she does. So I turned on the news and it was like inflation, and nobody can afford anything and everything is so bad and everything. And so I just want to remind you that there are a lot of distractions. I see them. I do my groceries. I go into the grocery store and I see the higher prices and all of that. But let me tell you something. What's meant for you is going to come to you, as long as you remain open and receptive to that. Don't block your blessings because you think they're not there. Don't let the news tell you what's available to you. There is so much prosperity out there to be that you can attract to you at this time. That's what this moon phase is all about. It's calling out to anyone who sees it, who feels it, who is aware of it. I'm here. You can have this abundance if you believe I'm here. If you don't think I'm here, I'm going to pass you on by and go on to the next person. But the abundance is here and it's for you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and open with, I know I talked for a long time, but I'm opening. I'm opening with excuse me, with a bit of some sound healing to help you relax, to help you take in the energy of this full moon. I'm also going to link a couple of things that will really help you to prosper, to grow at this time and in the future as well. I have an ASMR video that is wonderful to just fall asleep to for prosperity, as well as a shower of blessings video that I created on this channel a while back, and also my cha-ching oil, intention oil, my ritual blend. This is my own personal bottle. You'll get one that's full, and but it has so many herbs and so many wonderful oils and so much high vibrational energy that will help you to connect with this energy of abundance as you grow and as you prosper and as you reflect on your blessings in order to manifest more blessings. Okay, so I'll put all of those things down below so you have some tools to support you on your journey of abundance. Let's go ahead and connect with spirit. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Release any tension that you feel in your body. Allow any fears, doubts, or worries to melt away. Know that this is your time. This is your time. Ashe, this is your time. I see truth, I hear truth, I know truth, and I speak truth. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. Yes, 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 yes. All right, let's get a word from Spirit. I'm going to open up and I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards. Then I'm going to pull from my Wealth Oracle. I love this deck because it's nothing but positivity and it's always resonant. Like, I love it. And then this, oh, I had some cards that were left on the table. Then I have this by Abraham Hicks. And it's so funny because Hicks is my maiden name. And then Abraham, I was just talking about Abraham Maslow. So I know this, we're going to get a good card from this one, y'all. It's a few too many synchronicities to not be good. All right, so let's see what messages are coming through. All right, you've got 8 of Wands. So there's some communication that's coming to you about your abundance. Please pay attention. Open your eyes to it. You may have been closed off from some information that will really help you to manifest your wealth. Okay, your dreams, your goals. And remember, this is not always like, oh, I hit the lotto, you know, it's $1 million. No, this is about steps. This is about phases and stages. You are entering another phase of your abundance and prosperity. So be open to that. And for that, in order for you to truly be receptive of this energy that's coming to you, this abundance, there is some communication that's going to come to you. It may be through email, it may be through text, it may be a phone call, it may be something that you see on the television that is just like an opportunity that you know you need to jump on. But this is coming to you, this energy. And this full moon in Taurus is bringing it to you. Okay? Ashe. Ashe. Ooh. Oh my God. So you've got 4 of Wands, celebration. There's something that you are going to celebrate. And what Divine is saying is that there may be a layer of darkness to it that you'd be like, oh, but how could this be happiness? No, it's happiness. And it's disguised potentially. Okay, so, you know, sometimes the things that we look for, they don't come to us looking the way that we expected them to. So what this requires is for you to have an open mind. But know that there is an energy that you are going to be ushered into. And I say that because this full moon in Taurus has very powerful energy. So you are going to be introduced to this opportunity in a way that it may look like something that, not like something that you were interested in or something that you were looking forward to or expecting. But trust me, it will bring you so much abundance, so much prosperity. And I also see stability in this, okay? I also see connection, because this is Four of Wands, so this is about a celebration of some sort. This is a coming together. Sometimes we look for only happy reasons of coming together. It could be a reason that of joining with loved ones or with people that you have known. It could be a situation at work and it doesn't feel so happy. But this is about your personal journey, okay? So even if there's something that you are invited to, something that you end up participating in that did not naturally feel like, oh, this is a happy thing, just know that it's still going to bring you your blessings. It's still an opportunity for you to open up to the greatness of the universe, okay? Let me pull one more from here. All right, so this Five of Discs, this is about the spirit of the energy of prosperity after realizing that where you have been. Perhaps there has been, and this is what's coming to me, perhaps there has been a thought that you would not have something or manifest something because you thought you didn't have access to it. This is the card for a spirit of sort of like destitution, where you think that you don't have access to something, but you do. And what Divine is saying is, don't allow yourself to block your blessings. Don't allow people around you to block your blessings, because truly you have the final say. Also, what I'm seeing is, like with this looks like a stained glass window, right? So there is a lot of distraction that's going on with the inflation, with the talk of recession and all of that. I know what's in the news. I know what's out there. I know what's being said. That's not your story. That's not your reality. And so when you put your effort, your intention and your effort into your dreams, your goals, as you create your story, you're going to find that there is magic there. It doesn't matter. I don't care CNN, Fox, MSNBC. I don't care any of them. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And Spirit doesn't care. That's the thing. You know, that is something that, yes, when, you know, I do groceries just like you. I go in the store, I see the inflated prices. But that doesn't mean that there's not still abundance and an immense amount of blessings that are awaiting you, that are waiting for you to just go in and say, I'm ready. I'm ready. So this is about looking through that window, and instead of seeing what you may feel like you're blocked off from, see what you have access to. It's about changing your perspective. I'm getting Hanged Man. It's about seeing things from a different angle so that you see the opportunity and not the block, not the obstacle. Okay. All right. So I am going to pull from this Wealth Code Oracle deck. Ashe, what message do you have for this beautiful being? All right, you got two cards. All right, so this one, okay, this is so cool because you got the Moon card, which is the collaborator. I co-create to create. This is about an energy that is cooperative, receptive, and I talked about that. You know, be open to receive. Don't think that you're blocked from your blessing just because the news tells you that. Oh, no. You know, those news anchormen and women and people, they don't know anything about me. They don't know my name. They don't know me. How are they going to judge where I'm going to go next? Just because there's inflation or just because there's this or that, I don't care. Full moon in Taurus. And that's what this is about, is that moon energy. It's saying she's saying, because this is divine feminine energy, I'm here. I'm carrying your abundance for you. Are you going to receive it? And you know that that divine feminine energy is very receptive. So just open up to it, my love. Just open up to it. Connective, supportive, curious. Don't be afraid to ask questions at this time. You know, we would never learn if we didn't ask questions. And sometimes it's a little scary to ask questions, right? Because you don't know what the answer might be. But as long as you're receptive, and as long as you trust that the universe knows. The universe knows. In other words, your higher self knows. There is a part of you that knows everything that you need to know. So then you can trust and you can open up and receive. Beautiful. Ashe. Empathetic, responsible, insightful, accepting, inclusive. Yes, inclusivity is the energy that we have right now in the collective, because it's time for it. We have excluded so many different groups and types of people, where now it's like, if you can't get on board and open up to different types of people who come from all different walks of life, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be real tough. So inclusivity is very, very important. Yes, ashe. And just know that as you become more willing to embrace different types of people from different walks of life, no matter their color, their creed, their religion, you know, we're spiritual, right? You wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't spiritual. So we're spiritual. But what if you meet somebody who's like, you know, Presbyterian or something? Are you going to be open to them? It's like, you know, inclusivity is a real thing. That is going to assist you in your path to abundance. It's going to help you on your path to abundance and prosperity. And co-creative. Don't be afraid to work with others at this time. Don't be afraid to work with others. I feel like there, you know, as with everything, there has to be a balance. Sometimes you're going to be, you might feel a little bit isolated. That's all right. That's that hermit energy. That's the energy of solitude and finding your own strength within. But this is a time where you will also benefit from connecting with others. Boundaries are important though. And I always say that, okay? Boundaries are important. So don't let your boundaries go, but do open up to receive prosperity and ideas from others. You've also got the Advocate, Saturn. I align with the greater good for all. So what I see here is like big picture thinking, because I align with the greater good for all. And then you've got the Collaborator. Divine is really turning your attention. This is what I feel, okay? So this is what's coming to me. If you were not deep, if you were not in a place of manifesting an immense amount of healing, you wouldn't be watching this video, because you would have gotten bored by now. I already know. So you have done so much within yourself. You've done a lot of heavy lifting and doing the work to understand and to reflect. So what that means now is that it's time to turn your attention towards the outside and see where there are areas where you can, once you manifest that abundance, as you manifest it, because I already know that you are, you're going to start to turn your attention outward and see, okay, now how can I help this one? How can I help that one? How can we work together as a group to produce even more abundance? Yeah, you're doing big things. You are doing big things. Oh, Ashe. Yes. Okay. I'm going to pull from this. This is Abraham Hicks's deck. I forget what it's called, but I'll put the name down below. Let's get a message for you. Thank you, Divine. What's the message for this beautiful being? Rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. So I feel like there is something in your life that you have been looking at, and you've been wondering what the solution might be. Perhaps in a sense of frustration, or in a phase of frustration, you have started to sort of look at it through from a negative point of view. You know, sometimes it's like when you get so tired of something, so fed up with something, you start to just adopt this negative point of view about it. So there's a situation in your life that, yes, it is on the road to improvement, but it's taking time. And so what divine is calling you to do is to focus on something positive about that situation. And I promise you, once you direct your attention towards the positivity of this situation, you're going to see it turn around. I'm going to read this. Okay, so on the back it says, when you focus upon lack and an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to more thoughts of complaint. Okay, so this repetitive wheel and cycle of negativity. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present about your past and into your future. And what Spirit just brought through is that this comes with the new moon. So as the moon wanes, we're at full moon right now. As the moon wanes, we're going to have time to set seeds, or to sow seeds for our intention that we are setting for the new moon cycle. So with full moon in Taurus, as it wanes and we get back to that new moon state where it's a blank slate, write a note to yourself or set a timer. You can look on those astro clocks and the moon phases apps to see when the new moon sets in. So when it does, I want you to set an intention to find the beauty in life, to see the beauty in life. That's that Oshun energy that I was talking about at the beginning of this, okay? Where you see the positivity, the beauty, the luxury, oh my goodness, I know that this is hard for me, but look at how much harder it is for them. I'm blessed. And that, we're already looking at the next full moon. You're going to see, as you sow those seeds at the new moon phase, you're going to see those intentions really blossom and create major abundance and prosperity for you. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. And that energy of what's pleasing, that's Oshun. Ashe. That's Venus. That's sensuality, that's sweetness, that's pleasure, that's beauty, that's abundance, which we already have so much of in the environment right now around us, that's available to us with this full moon in Taurus. Okay. I love this. This was so amazing. I hope that you enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm going to put a couple of links down below of things that you can enjoy to help you manifest this abundance and connect with prosperity, the frequency of prosperity at this time. Okay. And a really wonderful affirmation that I use all the time is, I vibrate on the frequency of prosperity on all dimensions, so must it be. Ashe. That's my thing. Because to vibrate on that frequency of prosperity is really, really powerful. When you that's where you are. That's your resting place. You know, it doesn't matter what bill is due. It doesn't matter, you know, how I'm feeling right now about these prices that I just saw in the store. It doesn't matter. I vibrate on the frequency of prosperity. And when you do that, the whole point, it's not like, you know, crazy to do that, because what you're doing is you're aligning your thoughts and then subsequently your actions with the frequency of prosperity. So when all of that is aligned with a certain frequency, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Okay. So at this beautiful time of full moon in Taurus and beyond, beautiful being, I wish you peace, joy, and many, 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 many blessings. Take care.